Hi, I'm Jimmy Toner, and you're watching Capital OTB.
Hello and welcome to Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. We've had a busy week of racing and we're going to begin the program down in South Florida, Gulfstream Park. A pair of stakes races over the weekend beginning on Saturday with the Appleton 3-year-olds and up going a mile on the turf course. Let's head down to Florida, the running of the Appleton.
They're off. Gulch Approval got a flyer and goes right for the front. Old Dodge sets after him, and now Old Dodge will take over the lead as Gulch Approval sits second. Ecclesiastic and L'Oiseau d'Argent with St. Stephen between horses and host. At the rail, it's Drum Major. Old Forester is second to last, and the early trailer is Network. It is Gulch Approval and Old Dodge, these two to the back stretch, and they're traveling comfortably and slowly up front. Gulch Approval's a half length in front. Old Dodge is second by a length and a quarter from L'Oiseau d'Argent, St. Stephen between horses, and Ecclesiastic 3 deep. Then it's 2.5 lengths further back to Host and Drum Major. They have 5 to come, and they'll have to close into soft fractions. Old Forester is second to last, 7 off the lead, and Network would have to pass them all to win the 55th Appleton Handicap. Gulch Approval, the boss, going into the far turn. It is Gulch Approval, a half length in front of Old Dodge in second. L'Oiseau d'Argent is tucked in just in behind the front runners, could get into second soon at the rail. Ecclesiastic is 3 deep in fourth and 2.5 off the lead. St. Stephen and Drum Major have 3.5 to come. Host will have to range wide. He goes with Old Forester to the outside, and Network is still the trailer, and they run to the top of the stretch, and it's Gulch Approval still there. Gulch Approval. Now St. Stephen tries to get through from between horses. Old Forester is charging in the middle of the track. Host took up off his heels, and Old Dodge is after Gulch Approval. Gulch Approval reaches. Old Dodge trying to get him on the money. Gulch Approval, Old Dodge. Gulch Approval wins. Gulch Approval took him coast to coast and won the 55th Appleton, 3/4 of a length from Old Dodge in second, close for third.
Gulch Approval, a bit of a surprise here, paying a $33 mutual last time out, won an optional claimer at Churchill Downs over Old Forester, who went off at 5.5 to 1 in this same field. Gulch Approval on the front end, picking up a half-length victory over the late-moving Old Dodge, who challenged in the early going, dropped back and re-rallied nicely to finish second. Drum Major rallies from well back to finish third. The winner, Gulch Approval, a dark bay or brown gelded son of Gulch from Classic Approval by With Approval, was bred in Kentucky by Milton Hendry and W.S. Farish, owned by the Mary Lou Whitney stable and trained by Rinaldo Abreu. Ridden to victory by Roberto Alvarado Jr. Gulch Approval covers the mile on that firm Gulfstream Park turf in 1:32 and 4. We're going to head back to Gulfstream now in the running of the Hallandale Beach. $60,000 on offer for 3-year-olds on the turf. An ungraded race, but with the absence of Barbaro, who's now moved over to dirt, a full field. Let's head back to Florida and the Hallandale Beach.
They're up. New Awakening and Mr. Silver show speed, but All Smarts is sent out from the inside. Lewis Michael going to take back off him. Good to go again. Make it 4 in a line, and they are going quickly. Up an Octave, Can't Beat It, and Le Play are next. Then Wise River and Cool Casanova, followed by International Cat, and Creative Force is at the back of the pack. 3 of them across the track to the backstretch. Mr. Silver and Good to Go again continue to go quickly, and now Mr. Silver is going to clear off and lead it by a length and 3/4. Good to Go again concedes the lead, and he'll sit second. All Smarts was sent early, but he can do no better than third in the first part of it. New Awakening just outside of him. Up an Octave is well placed by Chris DiCarlo. He's 6 lengths off the lead. Lewis Michael is traveling smartly at the rail in the white blinkers. Can't Beat It and Le Play have 8 lengths to make up. They're 4 in front of Wise River, who's 12 from the front. International Cat, Cool Casanova, and Creative Force all at the back of the pack as they fire into the far turn in the 3rd Hallandale Beach Stakes, and Mr. Silver continues to lead, but he's got stretch runners coming. Good to Go again gets first crack at him. All Smarts is at the rail. Lewis Michael has some run if he can get through. To the outside, Up an Octave is in with a good chance. Then comes Can't Beat It. International Cat is at the rail in LaPlay, and Mr. Silver is still there. Mr. Silver is getting away at the top of the stretch. Now Can't Beat It runs after him and runs up into second. Then comes up an octave in third, and Mr. Silver reaches for the final furlong. Can't Beat It has dead aim and is going to try to gun him down into Hellendale Beach. And here comes Can't Beat It alongside. Mr. Silver battles, but Can't Beat It runs by, and he's got it. Can't Beat It. Yes! Can't Beat It won by 2. Mr. Silver second, up an octave third, and Wise River finish fourth.
Can't Beat It picking up the victory, 9.5 to 1, almost 10 to 1. This guy won an allowance race on January 20th right here at Gulfstream Park. 2 races back, was behind several of these rivals in the Tropical Park Derby, which was won by Barbaro, but seems to have improved quite nicely, picking up the victory by a length and 3/4 from off the pace under Eddie Castro. Mr. Silver ran well to finish second, involved in the pace every step of the way. Up an octave, who got off to a very poor start and ran on very nicely through the stretch, completed the order of the top 3. The winner, Can't Beat It, is a 3-year-old dark bay or brown son of Atticus from You Have the Beat by Unbridled. Bred in Kentucky by the Live Oak Stud and owned by Live Oak Plantation, trained by Marty Wolfson and ridden to victory by Eddie Castro, Can't Beat It covers the mile and a 16th on that sharp turf course in 1 minute 39 and 1. We're going to stay in Florida, head across the state to Tampa Bay now, and Saturday's running of the Super Stakes. Older horses sprinting 7 furlongs. Let's head down to Florida and the Super Stakes.
And they're off. Away and running in perfect order. Above the Wind breaks for the lead, and there goes Maureen's Victory. Now moving up. High Time Scott is up on the outside. Sir Shackleton is away with a top flight in the last horse away. Dazzling Dr. Stephen. They move out of the 7 furlongs, shooting onto the main track. Above the Wind and Federico Mata, the leader, 3/4 of a length. Maureen's Victory won't let him get away and moves through now second. Those two flying up front, and they clear off by about 7. High Time Scott on the outside now, racing along third. Back to the inside. Purim is now fourth. Sir Shackleton racing along fifth. A length and a half farther back. Nighttime Affair on the outside. Then we go back to Vassandra, the Minnesota bred, toward the rail. 2 lengths farther back to the late running Attack the Books, and still nothing from Dazzling Dr. 7. Midway in the turn. There he goes, Above the Wind, and Mata have the lead by a length and a half. Maureen's Victory coming under ride and going after the leader second. 3 lengths farther back, the classy Sir Shackleton is now unwinding as they turn into the stretch. Locally based Above the Wind, the leader, and Maureen's Victory is driving back gamely now to challenge second, and Sir Shackleton is down the center of the track. 4 across the track in deep stretch. Sir Shackleton now driving to the lead. Above the Wind is second, and down along the inner rail. Nighttime Affair and Purim, but down to the wire. Sir Shackleton to take it. Purim second. Above the Wind with another game effort third. Nighttime Affair is fourth. 1:22 and 1. The running time, a new track record.
Sir Shackleton making his seasonal debut, a very impressive victory here from just off the pace as the odds-on choice over Purim, another horse returning off of a layoff, and Above the Wind, who's been running well over this surface throughout the course of the season. The winner, Sir Shackleton, is a 5-year-old chestnut son of Mizwaukee from Nascra Colors by Star de Nascra. He was bred in Kentucky by Tracy Farmer and is owned by the breeder, trained by Nick Zito, and ridden to victory by Jeremy Rose. Sir Shackleton covers 7 furlongs at Tampa Bay in a new track record time of 1:22 and 1. We're going to head north a little bit now to Maryland and take a look at Saturday's running of the Wide Country for 3-year-old fillies going a mile at Laurel. Let's head down to Maryland and the running of the Wide Country.
And they're off in the Wide Country. Celestial Legend and Cantora, the first 2 to break, and Celestial Legend just to the inside of Cantora. Cantora going to go on, though, and Cantora sprinting away, opening up about a length and a quarter now. There's Celestial Legend in the second spot. Sea Pines is a rating third, already 4 lengths from the early leader. Then Just a Daisy racing along in fourth, and Keep on Talking and Flirt for Fame is last in double digits from the front, about 15 lengths from Cantora. The heavy favorite Celestial Legend rating on the inside, and Sea Pines got her pinned down in there. Celestial Legend pinned down inside, just needs a bit of racing room to get through. She's got it, and here's Celestial Legend getting a bit of room to the inside of Cantora as they race with a far turn. Sea Pines is in third, and Just a Daisy is fourth, and it's a break of about 3 lengths. And to keep on talking, Flirt for Fame is the trailer. Cantora from Sea Pine, Celestial Legend, backs off a bit again in the third spot. A length and a half more. Just a Daisy is a close fourth, just 3 off the lead. Followed by an even pace, Keep on Talking. Midway on the turn, Cantora looking to spring the upset. Sea Pine second. And Celestial Legend, she's still down inside there in third. Appears to have a bit of run there at the quarter pole, the top of the lane as they swing for home in the mile run. And it's Cantora daring the field to catch her. Sea Pine second. Celestial Legend sticks down inside, and shifting about out to the center of the track there is Keep on Talking. Just about 3/16 to go. Celestial Legend, she's got room to the inside of Cantora. Cantora, Celestial Legend, Cantora willing. Cantora's in front. Celestial Legend puts her streak on the line with a 16th of a mile left to go. It's Cantora, she's tough to get by. Celestial Legend, she's gaining inches in the final stride. Photo finish, Celestial Legend on the inside. Oh, it's tight. I cannot tell. Right at the mile line, maybe she got up in the final strides. Cantora gave it a good run. She may have gotten the bob. I don't know. 141.53 and a tight photo in the wide country.
Celestial Legend remains undefeated here on the stretch out with a game victory by a nose. Up close to the pace every step of the way. She was boxed in nearing the top of the stretch, was able to work her way through in a game effort under Eric Rodriguez to pick up the nose victory over 20-1 long shot Cantora, with Sea Pines back in the third spot. The winner, Celestial Legend, is a chestnut filly, a daughter of City Zip from Lunar's Legend by Polish Number. She was bred in Maryland by William Fitzgibbons Sr. and David Wade, owned by Richard Schultz and David Menard, and trained by Dale Capuano. Ridden to victory by Eric Rodriguez. Celestial Legend covers the mile at Laurel in 1 minute 41 and 2. We're going to head now to Oak Lawn Park in the Grade 3 Essex for older horses. This race, of course, the return to the races of Rockport Harbor, who we haven't seen since last April on the Triple Crown Trail. Let's head down to Oak Lawn and the running of the Essex.
They're in the gate, and they're off in the Essex Handicap. And a quick start from Greater Good. Now there goes Cougar Cat between horses. Rockport Harbor finally in gear. Jonesboro kind of snuck back into third. Next at the rail is Match, followed by Thunder Mission at the back of the pack right now. That is Silver Axe and Real Dandy as they move on to the turn, and Rockport Harbor and Stuart Elliott glide to the lead. Cougar Cat's got the rail second. Jonesboro's another half length back in third, but he's fresh and ready to go after an opening quarter in 24 seconds. Rockport Harbor has got the lead by 2 lengths. Cougar Cat is second. Jonesboro third by about 4. Thunder Mission is fourth. It's another 5 lengths further back to Greater Good, Real Dandy, Silver Axe to the outside, and Matched as they move down the backstretch in the Essex Handicap, with Rockport Harbor cruising along on a 3.5 length lead. Cougar Cat is in pursuit second. They get past the half mile in 48 seconds. Nice even fractions. Stuart Elliott meeting out the speed of Rockport Harbor. He's got the lead by 4. Cougar Cat is second. Jonesboro third, Thunder Mission fourth. About 5 lengths back, it's Greater Good and Silver Axe, followed by Match as they move on to the final turn. The leader is Rockport Harbor by 3 now. Cougar Cat still second. Jonesboro's running third. Thunder Mission is fourth. Silver Axe is right there with Greater Good. Real Dandy has just 1 horse speed. It's matched after 3/4, 1:14. Here they come into the stretch of the Essex Handicap. Rockport Harbor leads it, but Cougar Cat and Robbie Alvarado are coming strong on the outside to challenge. It's Rockport Harbor. Cougar Cat right there. 2 lengths further back, Thunder Mission to the outside, Silver Axe and Greater Good at the rail. They drive for the wire. Cougar Cat, Rockport Harbor, they're digging in. It is Rockport Harbor, he's not done. Cougar Cat trying to challenge him. Rockport Harbor digs in. This could be the big day. Rockport Harbor has made it all the way back. He wins the Essex Handicap by 2. Thunder Mission getting up for second. That was Silver Axe third, Cougar Cat fourth, mile and a 16th, a minute 47-3.
Rockport Harbor victorious in his first start back off of the layoff on a track labeled good. There were some weather concerns during the course of the day, but they opted to go, and it was well worth the effort. Rockport Harbor got to the lead easily on the front end, setting a rather leisurely pace, 48.07 for the half mile, but he was able to hold on when he was headed at the top of the stretch and kick clear as the even money choice from Thunder Mission, who rallied well from behind horses. Silver Axe completing the order of the top 3 with his usual off-the-pace rally. The winner, Rockport Harbor, is a Greyer Roan 4-year-old colt, a son of Unbridled Song by Regal Miss Copeland by Copeland. Bred in Kentucky by the Highly Broad Racing Stable and Tailor Made Farm, and owned by the Fox Hill Farm. Trained by John Service and ridden to victory by Stu Elliott, Rockport Harbor completes the mile in a 16th on the surface labeled good in 1 minute 47 and 3. We're going to pause now for a brief message. When we return, we'll be heading to Turfway Park, Turf Paradise, and others. Please stay with us.
Join me, Katie, and me, Jenna, for Capital OTB's Double Date with Us, the Viola Twins, at the Albany Teletheater on Saturday, February 25th from 12 to 5. We'll have our daily handicapping show, contest prizes, autograph signings, and more. So mark your calendar, set the date for a double date with us at the Teletheater, 711 Central Avenue in Albany on February 25th. For more information, you can go to www.capitalotb.com.
All the fun, all the action, all year round. Capital OTB, the region's premier horse racing simulcast facilities, featuring the country's most prestigious tracks. Visit one of our more than 40 branches, wager at our easy bet locations, or open a phone a bet account and wager today from the comfort of home. There's plenty of racing excitement for everyone. Your chances are better with Capital OTB.
Welcome back to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now at Turfway Park in Florence, Kentucky, where on Saturday they ran the Likely Exchange Stakes. This is for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up, going a mile. Let's head down to Kentucky and the Likely Exchange.
And they're off. Van Stavinsky's gal was off a step slowly. It's Quite a Ruckus who breaks sharply to the lead, followed by Cat Couture's. Then through from the rail, Cat's Copy is next. Moving up from between horses, Circuit Tour. Then it's Solid Platinum midway through the turn. The leader is Quite a Ruckus. Draws away. Quite a Ruckus has opened a 5-length lead. Cat Couture's is second by ahead. Circuit Tour on the inside runs third. Down along the inside, Cat's Copy is fourth. Between horses, Solid Platinum fifth. Moving up from the outside, Stavinsky's gal is sixth. Down along the rail, Flyaway Angel seventh. Then from between horses, Gallant Secret moves up in eighth. Two more back to Lena Therese, followed by Regale. Casuarina is the trailer, half in 48 and 3. Quite a Ruckus is in front, now just a length. Cat Couture's is gaining ground up on the outside. Those two now right together. Then it's a length and a half back. From between horses, Circuit Tour takes third, by ahead. Flyaway Angel is fourth. 2 lengths back to Gallant Secret fifth, but Cat Couture's now moves by and gets the lead into the stretch. Has it a half length over Quite a Ruckus. Then up on the outside, Circuit Tour, Gallant Secret, Flyaway Angel. It's Cat Couture's in front, and Quite a Ruckus. Cat Couture's 5 wins for Le Peru.
Cat Couture's Julien Leperoux, both of them earning their first stakes credential here in a very impressive effort. 5-2 favorite. Cat Couture is sitting just off the pace, forwardly placed 3 wide and reeling in the leader to win by a length and 3/4 over Circuit Tour with Quite a Ruckus. The pace setter holding on for third at 47-1. The winner, Cat Couture's, is a 4-year-old bay filly, a daughter of Louis Couture's, from Auction Cat by Stormbird. Bred in Kentucky by the Bourbon Oaks Farm and owned by Steve Stan's Table, trained by Helen Pitts and ridden to victory by Julien Leperoux, Cat Couture's covers the flat mile on the Turfway Polytrack surface in 1 minute 39 and 4. We're going to head to Turf Paradise now for a pair of stakes races over the weekend, beginning with the Turf Paradise Derby. For 3-year-olds, obviously, going a mile and a 16th for $75,000. Let's head to Turf Paradise and the running of the Turf Paradise Derby.
Off and running in the Turf Paradise Derby. Sharp start for Skydiving from the far outside. Rock Creek Pass and wait in line. Flashing Speed. Top Authority settles down at the fence. 3 farther back to Keegan. Behind that comes Hay Slick, the late runner, and Soft 17, the long shot, the trailer. Into the opening turn, 4 across the track here. Top Authority cuts the corner ahead in front. They're going very quickly here. Rock Creek Pass is right there. Wait in line. The favorite Skydiving hung out 4 wide. Under Tony Farina around that first turn, a gap of almost 10 farther back to Keegan, then Hay Slick, and 2 back to Soft 17 at the back of the pack. Quarter was quick and contested here.
22 and 3/5 seconds. They settle for the run down the backside, and on the outside it's Skydiving, poking a nose in front, but right there, wait in line. And Rock Creek passed those three across the track. Top Authority couldn't keep up early, has dropped back to fourth, and the whip's out on him already. 5 farther back to Keegan, then it's Hay Slick, and 2.5 back to Soft 17 at the back of the pack. The half-mile fraction still very strong. 45 and 2 into the far turn, still 3 across the track out here. It's Skydiving getting a neck in front now, wait in line, and on the inside, Rock Creek Pass tries the counter from third. Keegan trying to mount a rally from fourth by 4. Hay Slick is set down for the drive, and at the back of the pack, Soft 17 rounding the turn to the top of the stretch. Skydiving taking command at the quarter pole, opening up by 2. Keegan only with a shot on the far outside, and here comes Hay Slick from the back of the pack. They turn for home, 6 furlongs in 1, 10 and 2. Whips out on Skydiving. Tony Farina goes to work. Here comes Keegan to mow him down on the outside. Keegan to the front from Skydiving, who's tough. Keegan by a head. Skydiving trying to kick back desperately. Keegan, Skydiving. Keegan wins the Turf Paradise Derby over a stubborn Skydiving. 5 back to long shot. Soft 17 the time, 1:43 and 4.
Keegan picking up a little bit of a surprise victory here at 10-1 over the odds-on choice Skydiving, who was in from California for this try. Ran a little bit on the wide side, didn't run badly at all, but was beaten by about a length at the wire. Soft 17, longest shot on the board at almost 50-1, completing the order of the top 3. The winner, Keegan, is a Bay 3-year-old son of Basket Weave from Atoyac by Huckster. He was bred in Washington by Mr. and Mrs. William T. Griffin and is owned by Gary Olson, Randy Baffus, Gary Stevenson, and Eric Krulak, trained by Eric Krulak and ridden to victory by Scott Stevens. Keegan covers the mile and a 16th at Turf Paradise in 1 minute 43 and 4. Next up, the Turf Paradise Handicap. This time we're on the turf course at a mile and a 16th for older horses. Let's head back down to Turf Paradise and the running of the Turf Paradise Handicap.
All set.
Capitano, you may remember.
Off and running in the Turf Paradise Handicap. Asa broke right on top to the front. Western Act flashing good speed. Modern Era splits the top pair now, and they're joined by Pro Runner, who tucks in from that outside post. Avada Dar next, just 2.5 lengths off the pace, followed up by Courtly Jazz, who's in heavy traffic. St. Chris John moves up to his outside now. Length and a half farther back to Capitano, second last by 3, and Plum Red is the early trailer. Cavalry charge into the first turn. Asa and Glenn Corbett try to do it on the front end, and neck in front of Western Act at the rail in second. Length and a half back to Pro Runner racing in third. St. Chris John moves 3 wide in fourth. Modern Era tucked in under a tug racing in the fifth spot. Capitano tugging hard against John Court down along the inside. Then a neck farther back to the outside. They Courtly Jazz, a lot of Dyer, 3 wide, second last, but just 6 lengths off the pace, 2.5 in front of Plum Red at the back of the pack. Half mile in 47 and 3/5 seconds down to the half-mile pole they go. Asa in front now by a length to Western Act in second, and Pro Runner splitting horses third. St. Chris John 3 wide fourth. Modern Era bottled up along the inside, racing in the fifth spot by Capitano now. Then Courtly Jazz, a couple farther back to Plum Red, and a lot of Dar at the back of the pack. They're all bunched right together around the turn to the top of the lane. Asa in front every jump of the way, a neck in front. Tackled by Pro Runner on the outside. They straighten up together by 3. Capitano splitting horses. Modern Era's got racing room up the inside. Western Act getting going late, but it's still Glenn Corbett and Asa. Asa by a length and a half. Here comes Capitano and John Court flying up the inside. Asa, Capitano, Western Act. Capitano, Western Act. Capitano wins by a head under John Court in the Turf Paradise Handicap. Western Act, a game. Asa was third, then Pro Runner in 1:43 and 2.
Capitano, you may remember him from a couple of years ago on the Triple Crown Trail out in Southern California. Came a cropper in that competition, but has come back to put forth a nice career as an older horse. Here on the turf course, labeled firm, picking up a half length off the pace win over Western Act as the favorite, with Asa, the pace setter, back in the third spot. The winner, Capitano, is a chestnut 5-year-old son of Belong to Me from Heavenly Cat by Tabasco Cat. He was bred in Pennsylvania by the Brushwood Stable and is owned by Mr. Vikin Megadirchian, trained by Tom Bell II and ridden to victory by John Court. Capitano covers the mile on the 16th on the firm turf in 1 minute 43 and 2. We're going to head to Golden Gate now. Northern California continuing their racing in the spring at Golden Gate with the California Breeders' Cup Oaks, $100,000 mile on the 16th for 3-year-old fillies. Let's head to Golden Gate in the California Oaks.
Racing, Private World fastest away from Seam Seeker, Zoe Meg on the inside, by and by fourth out deep from Sierra Sweetie, Political Web on heels, Crystal Event going up about sixth, 5 lengths off the lead, Princess Kinsey the early trailer. Seam Seeker crosses and leads out of the stretch by a length and a half to Private World, by and by. A length Sierra Sweetie, Zoe Meg the inside, Crystal Event 3 wide, 5 off the lead, 2.5 to the maiden Political Web, and Princess Kinsey last with 3/4 of a mile to go. Castro has a good hold of Seam Seeker. They enter the back stretch a neck in front of Private World, a half length to by and by. Not a great degree of pace on really. 2 lengths to Zoe Meg, Sierra Sweetie, Crystal Event still a bit wide. 4 lengths to Princess Kinsey, and Political Web now the trailer. Seam Seeker in front narrowly from Private World, and a half length by and by. A length and a half Sierra Sweetie in the blue colours, splitting Zoe Meg and Crystal Event. And 3 lengths further back to Princess Kinsey. Political Web is last of all. 9 lengths covering the field, and it's Seam Seeker making play narrowly at the 3/8 pole from Private World, who levels up now. 3/4 to by and by. 1 length Sierra Sweetie covering Zoe Meg. Crystal Event 4 wide, about 3.5 lengths off the lead, well in advance of Princess Kinsey and Political Web. At the quarter pole, and it's Private World heading Seam Seeker by and by the outside. Sierra Sweetie hooking 4 deep to make her run. Crystal Event couldn't quicken. She's now 6 lengths out of it. Past the 8th pole, Private World battles with by and by. Sierra Sweetie bearing down on them out wide. Sierra Sweetie moves up and takes the lead now from by and by. Private World battles on, but Sierra Sweetie's coming away. Sierra Sweetie by 2 lengths to Private World. A neck to by and by. And 4th is Crystal Event.
Sierra Sweetie. Nice victory by this filly coming from off the pace. After breaking a little bit slowly, she was quickly into contention and under a good ride by Martin Garcia, picking up the victory as the favorite at just under 2-1 from Private World, who pressed the pace for most of the race by and by, sitting a stalking trip but had nothing to offer at the top of the stretch. The winner, Sierra Sweetie, is a Greyer Roan 3-year-old daughter of Old Topper from memory of Margit by Kendor. She was bred in California by Tommytown Thoroughbreds and is owned by Brenna, Shields, Schmidt et al., trained by Jeff Bondi and ridden to victory by Martin Garcia. Sierra Sweetie covers the mile in the 16th at Golden Gate in 1:43 and 4. We'll head next to Southern California for a midweek stake. The restricted Thunder Road handicap came up a very strong group, going for $75,000 on the turf at Santa Anita on Wednesday. Let's head to Southern California and the call of the Thunder Road.
Way to go. Saint Buddy, the grey, is very fast into stride from the outside gate. Minister Eric running free, 1 from the outside quick. And now there goes Tedo through at the rail. Jungle Prince going to take back into 5th. Toasted is in the 6th spot, and then Senor Swinger. They followed by Helm Bank, who's taken back 3rd last. Hatif 2nd last, and Terroplane 10 off the leaders. They go to the 3/4 pole, and St. Buddy, setting a decent pace, leads at a length and a quarter to running free. Tedo has taken a strong hold on the inside. Tedo keen to go on. Minister Eric is 4th, and Jungle Prince a close-up 5th. Then there's a gap of 4.5 to Senor Swinger and Toasted. Helm Bank is a good 9 lengths off the leaders. Terroplane now starts to pick it up from behind. Hatif is last. They run to the half-mile pole, and it's still St. Buddy in front, a length and a quarter to running free. Tedo is still keen to go on down at the rail. Minister Eric on the outside of that. Jungle Prince is a close-up 5th. They've been followed by Senor Swinger. Toasted is 7 off them. Then we come back to Helm Bank, who's still 3rd last. Terroplane, 11 off them, and Hatif alongside of that. 5/16 to go, and St. Buddy still the one to catch. He's gone clear by 2.5 now, running free 2nd. Then Minister Eric. Tedo at the rail. Senor Swinger's running on. Terroplane coming with a strong run in the black cap. Terroplane needs somewhere to go. They come for Helm Bank on the grandstand side too. Coming for home. St. Buddy still clear, shifting in a little. Now here's Helm Bank down the centre, and Senor Swinger. Senor Swinger Toasted. Helm Bank. Terroplane trying to get through late. Senor Swinger. Terroplane. Senor Swinger, Terroplane, Toasted, and Helm Bank a close 4th.
Senor Swinger, one of a number of major stakes horses in this field, picking up the victory, allowed to go off at over 7-1, perhaps because he wasn't running this race at Churchill Downs, which appears to be his favorite racetrack, but he returned with a very nice effort from off the pace to win by a head over Terroplane, with Toasted another half length back in the 3rd spot. The winner, Senor Swinger. A gray or roan son of El Prado from Smooth Swinger by Chris S. 6-year-old now was bred in Kentucky by Bob Ackerman, owned by Bob and Beverly Lewis, trained by Bob Baffert, and ridden to victory by Victor Espinoza. Senor Swinger covers the mile on the turf course at Santa Anita in 1 minute 34 seconds flat. We're going to pause for a brief message, and when we return, we're going to be taking a look at the rest of the weekend's racing action from Santa Anita, heading home to New York and overseas for a pair of stakes features. Please stay with us.
It is by far the best breeding and racing incentive program in all of North America, and it just keeps getting bigger and better. Combined purses, incentives, and awards are expected to top $45 million in 2005. And with additional anticipated revenue from VLTs at Aqueduct in 2006, the program is poised to soar to even greater heights. If you're an owner, if you're a breeder, get with the program, because you've just got to have New York breds.
Join me, Katie, and me, Jenna, for Capital OTB's Double Date with Us, the Beulah Twins, at the Albany Teletheater on Saturday, February 25th from 12 to 5. We'll have our daily handicapping show, contest prizes, autograph signings, and more. So mark your calendar, set the date for a double date with us at the Teletheater, 711 Central Avenue in Albany on February 25th. For more information, you can go to www.capitalotb.com.
Welcome back to Horses and Courses. We had a pair of Grade 1 stakes on Saturday at Santa Anita, beginning with the Santa Maria. Grade 1 for older fillies and mares. Let's head out to California in the Grade 1 Santa Maria.
And away they go. Along the inside, we have Healthy Addiction away quickly. Propose came out smoothly. On the outside, Heavenly Humor. Star Parade going to be caught a little wide into the turn. Musica C is dropping back 4 lengths off the leaders. Then Hollywood Story. And at the back of the pack is Skipping Court. They go to the 3/4 pole. Healthy Addiction along the inside, and Heavenly Humor. They set a good pace. They lead it by a length. Star Parade right there in third. Then a gap of 3.5 to Proposed in fourth. Musica C is fifth, now giving them 7 length start. Then we come back to Skipping Court, and Hollywood Story is last, 11 off them. Onto the backstretch they go, and Heavenly Humor now has a narrow advantage. Star Parade keeping the pressure on the outside. Healthy Addiction a close-up third. A gap of 4.5 to Proposed, racing on her own in the 4th spot, followed by Musica C, who's 9 off the leaders. Then comes Hollywood Story, and Skipping Court is now last. A half mile to go in the Santa Maria, and it's still Heavenly Humor the leader. On the outside, Star Parade. They're not getting any breathers out here. Then back to Healthy Addiction. Proposed is beginning to wind up from fourth. Only 4 lengths off the leader now. Then Musica C. Hollywood Story is still 8 lengths off the leaders, and then Skipping Court. They have a 1/4 mile to go. Star Parade strikes the front, immediately taken on by Healthy Addiction. Heavenly Humor battles on at the rail, and Proposed in the white cap. Hollywood Story running on from 5th. Homeward bound now, and it's Star Parade, the one to catch. Proposed in the white cap. Down the center, Hollywood Story, then Healthy Addiction. Homeward bound now, Star Parade and Proposed the 2. Star Parade holding on gamely. Proposed just can't get to her. Hollywood Story back third, but Star Parade wins. Star Parade and Martin Pedrosa win the Santa Maria. 2 Proposed, Hollywood Story, and Healthy Addiction was fourth.
Star Parade, a little bit inconsistent. Last year had a 9-race losing streak, but has put together a couple of nice ones now in their last 2. Under Martin Petroza, she picks up a nice victory by 2 lengths. A very solid effort for this mare, who tends to be inconsistent. Proposed, the favorite, a very solid effort to rally from off the pace to finish a good second. And Hollywood Story, who prefers Hollywood Park, picking up the 3rd spot. The winner, Star Parade, a dark bay or brown mare, a daughter of Parade Marshal from Clerical Etoile by the Watcher, was bred in Argentina by Firmamento and is owned by Gary Tanaka, trained by Daryl Vienna, ridden to victory by Martin Pedrosa. Star Parade covers the mile in the 16th in the Grade 1 Santa Maria in 1:42 and 1. Next up, the Grade 1 Las Virgenes for the 3-year-old fillies, going a flat mile on Saturday afternoon. Let's head back to California and Trevor's call of the Las Virgenes.
Away they go. All came out well. On the inside, Diplomat Lady, Meet Me in the Woods. Now there goes Itty Bitty Pretty up alongside, and Dance Daily going to be hooked a little wide into the turn. Balance, meanwhile, is dropping in behind them, 4 lengths off them. They're going a good pace early on. Then we drop back to Tallulah Lula, who's second last, and Wild Fit is taken back to last, 11 off the lead. They go to the three-quarter pole and Meet Me in the Woods on the inside and Diplomat Lady. They set a fast pace. They go on clear by 4 to Itty Bitty Pretty in third. Balance is comfortable in the fourth spot, moving up closer now, only 5 off that leader and still continue to close in. Dan Staley's at the back of the leading group. Then to Lulu's giving them 8-length start and 3 more to Wild Fit. They go to the half-mile pole. Meet Me in the Woods down at the rail. Diplomat Lady comes to put the pressure on the outside. Balance has gone up third, only 2 lengths off the leaders. Itty Bitty Pretty's alongside of her. Dan Staley's now 7 off the leaders. Tallulah inside of her, and Wild Fit is 9 off them. 3/8 of a mile to go, and Diplomat Lady kicking on for home. Meet Me in the Woods hanging tough down at the rail. 2 back to Balance in third. Itty Bitty Pretty's got to do a little better than Tallulah, and let's see, Wild Fit is now running up alongside of Dan Staley. They come to the top of the lane. Meet Me in the Woods at the rail. Balance on the grandstand side. Between those two, Diplomat Lady and Wild Fit is running on. Tallulah and Itty Bitty Pretty. They come for home, and Balance has gone on with it. Wild Fit coming through with a late run now. Balance in front. Wild Fit coming strongly with Itty Bitty Pretty third. It's Balance in front, but here's Wild Fit closing. Balance is tough on the lead though, and Balance and Victor Espinosa take the Las Virgenes 3 parts of a length. Wild Fit second, Itty Bitty Pretty third, and Tallulah was fourth.
Balance. This filly has now got an official record of 3 for 5. She was DQ'd in a turf stake at Hollywood last fall, ran second in the Hollywood Starlet, but apart from that, she has been just about flawless, and here picks up a length victory, her first Grade 1 victory at the expense of Wild Fit, who is returning off the layoff for the first time since her start, where she finished second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies to end her season last year. Itty Bitty Pretty picks up the 3rd spot after running 3 wide into the stretch to finish well ahead of the 4th place finisher Tallulah. The winner, Balance, is a daughter of Thunder Gulch from Vertigineux by Chris S. She figures to improve with distance. A daughter of the state of Kentucky, she was bred by Maverick Production Limited and is owned by Ammerman Racing, trained by David Hoffman's, ridden to victory by Victor Espinosa. Balance covers the mile, the Grade 1 Las Virgenes, in 1:36.2. Pair of stakes races on Sunday at Santa Anita as well, beginning with the San Vicente. 7 furlongs for the 3-year-olds, Grade 2 company. Let's head back to California, the San Vicente.
And away they go to a perfect start. Sailor Sunset along the inside, Too Much Bling, the grey on the far side is away quickly, Totally Gone from the outside gate quick as well, and Sinister Minister in the blue colours going up to join them. Bound to be MVP, now coming through to get 4. Sailor Sunset broke well, but now dropped back. Peace Chant in the gold colours is now 6 off the leaders, but improving his position. Then back to Changing Weather, and New Jersey Jeff is last of a strung out field. They go to the half-mile pole, and Too Much Bling at the rail, and Totally Gone. Those two fly, they lead by 3. Then comes Sinister Minister. Here's Peace Chant continuing to make ground in the gold at the rail. Behind that, Sailor Sunset, Bound to be MVP. Changing Weather, second last, and 12 off them, and 5 more to New Jersey Jeff. 5/16 to go, and Too Much Bling shakes loose now. Here's Peace Chant the danger. Too Much Bling and Peace Chant. These are the two coming to dispute it with a 1/4 mile to go. Totally Gone behind that, and running on late is Changing Weather. They turn for home. Too Much Bling by a length. Peace Chant in the center. These two come to the 8-fold lock together now. Along the inside we have Too Much Bling and Garrett Gomez finding more. Peace Chant and Edgar Prado chase gamely from second, but now they can't go with Too Much Bling. And Too Much Bling is going to take the San Vicente. Too Much Bling by a length and 3/4 to Peace Chant. New Jersey Jeff came from last to get 3rd, and then Changing Weather.
Too Much Bling. It looks like they are going to keep this guy in sprint company, but boy, what an opportunity to pick up some money in the sprints. He won the San Miguel last time out after facing some of the classic contenders last summer in distance racing contests. They decided to keep him going short, and that looks like that will be his best spot. Here, winning off is the odds-on favorite by a length and a half from Peace Chant, with New Jersey Jeff rallying from well off the pace to finish a solid 3rd. The winner, Too Much Bling, is a 3-year-old gray son of Rubiano from Rose-Colored Lady by Formal Dinner. Bred in Ohio by Destiny Farm Limited and owned by Blazing Meadow Farms Limited and Stoner Side Stable, trained by Bob Baffert. Ridden to victory by Garrett Gomez. Too Much Bling covers the 7 furlongs of the San Vicente in 1:22.2. Right back to Southern California now for more fillies, this time 4-year-old fillies in the Grade 2 La Cañada. The final leg of the La Cañada series at 9 furlongs for the 4-year-old fillies. Let's head back to California and the La Cañada.
And away they go. All came out smoothly. Pussycat Doll along the inside and See Free. Now See Free kicking on to lead them. Sharp Lisa from the outside gate and Play Bellado. Those four almost lining up on the lead. And then a gap of 5 back to the long shot Paddy's Daisy. Into the turn they go and See Free a narrow leader with Pussycat Doll keeping the pressure on now. Those two go along a strong place. Just in behind them is Play Bellado. Now only a length and a half off those leaders. Sharp Lisa's dropped onto the rail, 5 off them. And then it's another 4 lengths further back to Paddy's Daisy. Past the 3/4 pole they go, and See Free keeps the pressure on Pussycat Doll, and those two lead a length and a half. Play Bellado, very comfortable in the 3rd spot, just tracking those first 2. Now there's a big gap of 8 lengths back to Sharp Lisa, and still the trailer Paddy's Daisy. They make their way to the half-mile pole, and See Free a half a length now to Pussycat Doll on the inside. Play Bellado, biding her time in the 3rd spot, 2.5 off that leader. A big gap of 8 to Sharp Lisa, and then another length to Paddy's Daisy. Into the turn they go in the La Cañada. Pussycat Doll is asked to now come on, take on See Free, but See Free shaking loose again. Pussycat Doll's in trouble down at the rail. Now Play Bellado making her run on the outside. A 1/4 mile to go. See Free strong on the lead, going on. Play Bellado second. Pussycat Doll just doesn't have it today. She's dropping out. Then Sharp Lisa and Paddy's Daisy. They homeward bound in the La Cañada. See Free by nearly 2 lengths now. Play Bellado plugging away from second. Past the 8 pole, See Free shifting around a little now. Play Bellado continues to plug away but is very tired in second. And See Free has the advantage. Play Bellado just can't get to her. And See Free and Pat Valenzuela have won the La Cañada. Play Bellado was second. Sharp Lisa third. Pussycat Doll fourth. And Paddy's Daisy was last. See Free stretching out to 2 turns for the first time in her career and picking up a win. Last out, a winner in a sprint distance in Optional Claiming Company in Southern California. Obviously likes route racing. She set a rather rapid pace, but nobody was able to come and get her, and she wins off easily an $11.20 mutual by a length and 3/4 from Play Bellado with Sharp Lisa back in the 3rd spot. Pace chaser Pussycat Doll, who was the odds-on choice in this field, running off the board, finishing 4th, setting up some big payoffs in the show pool. The winner, See Free, is a Bay 3-year-old or 4-year-old daughter of Chief Seattle from Queen Randy by Fly So Free. She was bred in Kentucky by Steve Snowden and William Caudill. She's owned by Edmund Gann and trained by Bobby Frankel, ridden to victory by Pat Valenzuela. See Free covers the mile in an 1/8 in 1 minute, 50 seconds flat. That'll wrap up California, and it's time now to head back home to New York to the Big A. On Saturday, they ran the ungraded Whirlaway for 3-year-olds. These are, of course, horses hoping to move from the New York winter track into the Triple Crown Trail. The heavy favorite in here, Achilles of Troy, off his recent stakes victory in New York. Let's head down to the Big A and the Whirlaway.
And we're ready for the start. All in line. They're racing in the Whirlaway. Achilles of Troy came out well. In fact, he's going to go out to the lead with One-Way Flight on the inside, and One-Way Flight now takes over and opens up a length from Achilles of Troy. Then River City Rebel and Rob 'em Blind, 2 to Psychotic Reaction in 5th. Platinum Couple is second last early, and the trailer is Eye for Style as they move into the clubhouse turn. It is One-Way Flight and Channing Hill setting the pace, and Ramon Dominguez has Achilles of Troy right behind him. He's a length off the lead after a 23 flat 1st quarter. Rob 'em Blind and River City Rebel are together 3rd and 4th, and they are 3 lengths off of front-running One-Way Flight. It's 4 lengths farther back to Psychotic Reaction, who's got 3 on Platinum Couple and Eye for Style. They continue that way down the backstretch with One-Way Flight the leader and Achilles of Troy 3/4 of a length behind. Half mile, a snappy 46 and 4/5 seconds. River City Rebel pushed on for more on the inside. Rob 'em Blind is right next to him. It's 5 to Psychotic Reaction. Platinum Couple is being asked for his best run, and Eye for Style is not keeping up. 3 furlongs to run. One-Way Flight now confronted by Achilles of Troy, who's just a neck behind as they approach the quarter pole. They're 5 clear of Rob 'em Blind. They've run 3/4 in 1:11 flat.
They're into the stretch, and Ramon Dominguez says, let's go to Achilles of Troy, and they've taken the lead on the outside, and Achilles of Troy has opened up a 2-length lead. One Way Flight has been left behind in second. Robin Blind is third, Platinum Couple fourth behind another powerful performance by Achilles of Troy, who is geared down under the wire after winning the Whirlaway. One Way Flight was second, then Robin Blind and Platinum Couple.
Achilles of Troy living up to billing, throttled down by almost 5 lengths to win, going off from One Way Flight with Robin Blind finishing in the third spot. Nice to see Ramon Dominguez throttle this guy down, as he had been encouraged rather actively in his most recent start at the Count Fleet early in the season. He's now won 3 in a row and now looks like the best hope for the New York horses heading onto the Triple Crown Trail. Achilles of Troy is a gray-around 3-year-old son of Notebook from Steamy Recipe by Relaunch. Bred in Kentucky by the Glen Hill Farm and owned by Paranex Stable, trained by Jennifer Peterson, ridden to victory by Ramon Dominguez. Achilles of Troy covers the mile in the 16th on the Aqueduct Inner Track in 1 minute 43 and 1. We've got a pair of overseas features for you now. We're going to head to Nad El Sheba, last Thursday's running of the Maktoum Challenge, round 2. This is a grade 3 or a group 3 for older horses, looking for a spot in the Dubai World Cup at the end of March. Let's head to Nad El Sheba and the running of the Maktoum Challenge.
Glory of 12 months ago in this race. Away in the Maktoum Challenge. Starter will be happy with that. Caught them in a great line. Tableau, the bottom weight, immediately drops back to the tail of the field, and Blayton comes out quickly. Boulder Quinn began well tonight on his best manners in the barrier, and there's Ned Kelly rushing around the outside. Jack Sullivan posies on the fence, 2 lengths off the pace, and Lundy's Liability 1 deep as they settle fully into stride. A length and a half away came Eccentric, who's midfield on the inside of Elmu Stanza. Another length and a half to Tableau, and Chiquitten had dropped out to the tail of the field as Blayton takes them down the side of the course. 3/4 of a mile from the judge. Short of 1,200 metres to run, it's Blatant on top. Leading by a half length, Ned Kelly is second, with Jack Sullivan 3/4 of a length away third on the heels of the leader. 3/4 of a length to Boulder Quinn, followed by Lundy's Liability. Eccentric on the inside, Elmu Stanza making ground. Then Chiquitten second last, and Tableau is a half length away at the rear of the field with 800 metres left to run. Blayton trying to sneak away. He's a length and a half clear coming to the bend. Jack Sullivan but has the leader in his sights. Lundy's Liability is looming up 3 wide, and Elmu Stanza putting himself into the picture as they flatten further under the judge. Eccentric back on the rail, Chiquitten into the clear, and then came Boulder Quinn. Jack Sullivan going after Blayton in the straight, 400 metres out, and Jack Sullivan on the outside, travelling the better, puts his head in front of Blayton. Chiquitten 2 lengths away, moving to third, then Eccentric and Elmu Stanza. Jack Sullivan's taken the lead, 200 metres left to go, and Jack Sullivan more than a length in front of Blayton. Then Eccentric and Chiquitten on the outside. Jack Sullivan's in front, getting tired. Blayton and Eccentric are trying hard, but Jack's back. Jack Sullivan has won from a photo between Blayton and Eccentric.
Jack Sullivan, he won this last year and came back with another nice effort, putting away Blayton with a solid move at the top of the stretch. Blayton ran on well to finish in the third spot. Eccentric completes the order of the top 3. The winner, Jack Sullivan, is an American bred. He is a son of Belong to Me. He is owned by the International Carnival Partnership and trained by Gerard Butler, ridden to victory by Eddie Ahern. Jack Sullivan completes the about distance of 1 1/8 in 1 minute 50 and 1. We're going to head back overseas now, back to Nad El Sheba, and Friday morning's running of the UAE Guineas. $250,000 on offer for 3-year-olds going the about distance of 1 mile. Let's head back to Nad El Sheba, the UAE Guineas.
They're just about ready to run. Starter ready. Racing in the 2000 Guineas, and that was one for the starters scrapbook. They jumped out in a great line. Azul de Guanabara in the centre began well. Unification came out very quickly. My Royal Captain began fast, and so did No More Taxes. Where's that Tiger from an outside gate? Jumped out of the gate very quickly. Unification in front when they settled down. Azul de Guanabara in second spot with My Royal Captain third. Golden Ace of fourth. Testimony on the fence, followed by Wavoka. Where's that Tiger? Very deep. Well Armed, the favourite, is midfield and being hustled hard in the middle part of the race. National Captain with that group, then No More Taxes, followed by Render Rock, Kilworth. Gold for Sale is third last in front of Flashing Numbers, and Fig Jam had dropped out to the tail of the Guineas field as they went to the 800 metres peg. Plenty of power up front and Unification showing the way. My Royal Captain is second, Azul de Guanabara third in the middle. Where's That Tiger fourth and poised to pounce as they come around the turn. Then Testimony followed by Golden Acer, and Well Armed, the favourite, is into the clear as they're well in the straight with 500 metres left to run. Unification under the whip. My Royal Captain on the outside, Azul de Guanabara in the centre. Where's That Tiger's a length and a half away, and the well-bred 3-year-old is about to stake his claim as the field reaches the 250 metres mark. Where's That Tiger on the outside? Went up to My Royal Captain. Gold for Sale coming from a mile back is running on. Where's That Tiger in front of My Royal Captain? Here's Gold for Sale. Is it 6 out of 6? Gold for Sale is storming. Gets Where's That Tiger? It is. It's 6 out of 6. Gold for Sale beat Where's That Tiger. My Royal Captain third. Flashing Numbers fourth, and then Kilworth, Azul de Guanabara, Testimony followed.
Gold for Sale, very impressive. This horse now 6 for 6. He is an Argentinian Southern Hemisphere horse, so he is not eligible for our American Triple Crown, but he is certainly eligible and now the likely favorite for the UAE Derby on the undercard of the World Cup. Gold for Sale with a rallying off the pace move from last to first to catch Where's That Tiger, who was making his dirt debut for Mike DeCock in a very impressive fashion. Where's That Tiger, by the way, is in fact eligible for our Triple Crown as he is a Northern Hemisphere 3-year-old. Also notable in this field, Well Armed, who had been victorious in the equivalent of an allowance race earlier on in the carnival, did come out of the race with some problems, apparently pulled a shoe loose during the course of the running and did suffer some cuts and nicks on his legs, perhaps as a result of having been shut off at the start. Gold for Sale is owned by Prince Sultan Mohammed Saud Al Kabir and is trained by Ian Jory, ridden to victory by Mick Kinnan, covers the about distance of 1 mile in 1 minute 37 and 2. That'll wrap up a busy edition of Horses and Courses. Thanks very much for joining us this week. We hope you'll be able to join us again next week as Horses and Courses takes a look at stakes racing action from around the country. Until then, I'm Jean Wood. Have a great week at the races.
Thank you.